Well, I would have to say, ducks as a species are fairly relaxed. We try our best. So to be an uptight, angry animal is always a challenge. Certainly I look at it as a way to expand my repertoire and grow as a duck. But certainly it's difficult. Fame. Well, I don't think it's really changed me. I still go to the park on the weekends and have a swim, eat some bread. I try not to let it go to my head. The bodyguards are distracting, but in general, I just try to get on with being a duck. Well, as an actor, I feel part of the craft is to bring myself to the process. Sometimes, in the middle of a scene, I will feel like perhaps I should flap my wings, and there was no direction for that. But if the director likes it, I'm sure that they leave it in. And if they don't, they don't. I do, in fact, perform my own stunts, such as they are. Mainly that's due to the fact that from the entire team, I'm the only one that can fly. So we don't need any special wires or harnesses, which is a real big time saver. I do, in fact, collect fish, and we've done our best to indicate that in the show. You may notice a fish or two showing up in certain scenes, but I do collect them as a hobby. I have several cod, a salmon, and a few trout, in fact, at this point. Oh, of course, absolutely. Cast and crew, we're like one big happy family. There is a lot of practical joking that goes on, of course. Everybody has a good time. Occasionally, maybe it's a little over the line. I don't appreciate sometimes the loaves of bread left deliberately around. It seems to be maybe a little on the heavy-handed side, but it's all in good fun. I mean, of course, we're just blowing off steam. I think everybody brings something different to the table. Numpty, for example, is what you would probably call a method actor. He does a very good job on the set of portraying Numpty, but it is a little disconcerting that he wears the thong everywhere all the time. I wish he wouldn't do that, frankly. But you can't deny the results. I'm more classically trained myself, so I just do the acting and let it present itself to the camera. But sure, there have been frictional moments. But other than that, I would say everything's fine. Cancelled is a pretty big word. I don't know if it was canceled nearly, per se. But certainly there were questions raised and answers given. Well, I would have to say that at the risk of sounding self-serving, which is certainly not my intention, but I would have to say that the bridge scene, which had my debut in Lostcraft, was perhaps my favorite scene. The technical aspects of the bridge are quite complex, and perhaps even more so than the viewer sees. but I thought it was excellently executed. I thought the explosion was particularly dramatic, and Numpty did a wonderful job of exploding. It was really quite spectacular. Oh, absolutely. There are plenty of impressive surprises on the way. I don't want to give anything away, but I will let drop that the duck is involved, and that you will be surprised. Well, it is a work of some depth, and I think that what we will see going forward is a continuing expansion of that depth, to the point where we will see a lot of different storylines emerging, and perhaps a greater diversity of characters. And as you know, I am very big on diversity. You know, in many ways, it really is. You know, ducks throughout history have had a hard time getting solid roles in any kind of filmmaking process that didn't involve them having to act in a daffy way or dress up as a sailor. But it seems that the supervillain is an untapped area in many regards, and I feel it's very important as a duck to do my best to perform admirably and maybe become a role model for young ducklings everywhere that maybe want to get into acting or possibly supervillainy.